Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button. Man, how you loving those NBA playoffs?
Man, so far so good, man. You know what I'm saying? Been quite entertaining. They done picked up defense tremendously.
Oh, yeah, it's not even nothing like the regular season, right?
Nothing like the regular season, man. We mentioned it before, but they are really low scoring, lower scoring games. Let me say that. I mean, you still have the occasional 62, 63 point quarter, here and there, but
But
for the most part, man, playing a lot of defense. They're not running up and down like with no reckless abandon no more. They're actually playing some defense now. So
but even with that said, like they're scoring 60 points by the half, but it seems to level out. The game still ends at 100 points or 110 points, but nothing wild and crazy. We're not getting 130, 140 point games. You know what I'm saying? The games
yeah,
are close. What I'm enjoying, right? Because some of these games have like teams started out winning the first two. Like Minnesota won the first two games in Denver,
in
right?
Denver, yep,
And so,
yep,
like, the big thing I wanted to see, okay, Mike Malone, what adjustments you going to make? How are you going to change this for your team? I asked the
yep,
same question about the Pacers. What are you going to do? And sure enough, those teams made the adjustments and tied
yep.
those series. So I think that shows how, you know, teams
Mm-hmm.
and how this game is so strategic with the coaching, how all of that stuff makes a difference. You know what I mean? That
Yep.
it goes far beyond just the players and their skill level. Your coach got to make a difference there.
Right, right, absolutely. And the thing that, like you said, that was a little shake, shaking the drama. Denver losing two at home. And now they got to go play a tough team back in Minnesota.
In Minnesota, yeah.
That was tough. So that was some drama there. Then, like you said, the next season, the next series, um, that has some drama with it. They won on each other court. Now it's tied 2-2. So it's some parity going on. It looks like a lot of parity. Um, well, Boston is handling business, especially
Well,
with Donovan Mitchell out. But
right, exactly. I was gonna say, I mean, Cleveland ain't got much of a chance without Mitchell. They
yeah,
didn't have Mitchell or who's the center? I can't think of his name right now. The big
Jonathan.
shot.
Oh yeah, Robinson. Robinson.
Is it Robinson?
Yeah.
That doesn't
Uh-huh.
seem right. But
Robinson, yeah.
okay. Yeah, so they lost their big center and their
I'm
top scorer.
tripping. No, that's not right.
Yeah, I
Jared
don't think
Allen.
it's Robin. Yeah, Allen.
Jared Allen.
Allen. Yes, that's what
Jared
I'm thinking of. Yeah, he was out that game against Boston. Yeah, okay, Cleveland put up a good fight in the first half, but we knew eventually Boston was going to wear him down at this manhandle him. So
Yeah, you can't lose both of them. You
right,
can't not have both of them and then, uh still win the game against Boston. I mean,
compete with the number one seed.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's tough.
yeah, that's real hard. But yeah, I mean, but still in all, we still got some good series. The Timberwolves and the Nuggets are battling it out. The Pacers and Knicks are battling it out. I'm really enjoying those series. But I also I'm enjoying uh, the debate that happened. I think we talked about this earlier. You know how Shaq told
Mhm.
Jokic that he was the MVP, but then tell the man, hey, I voted for SGA. I thought he deserved
Yeah.
it. And that kind of created some controversy because Shannon Sharp responded about it, basically saying that Jokic deserved it, and Shaq, he took exception to that, and Shaq came at Shannon Sharp in his own little way. You know how he does. You don't have no championships, and I make so much money, and I'm way better than
Well,
you.
he can't say he can't say that to Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp do have championships. So
Well, no, he's more championships than Shannon Sharp.
okay.
And I was a top 10 player or something. You know how he does. It's like, come on, Shaq. Do we have to do the high school thing? But
Yeah.
but I get both of their points. SGA did have an amazing season. The Thunder, was a big surprise. Being the number one seed in the Western Conference, he did a fantastic job. I mean, I was really impressed by his play against Pelicans, but that's not saying a lot. He was playing the Pelicans, but he definitely deserves some consideration for the MVP. But the MVP is Jokic.
He deserves credit, but when it comes to who's like the dominant factor on their team, like for real, is Jokic.
Yeah.
I mean, Jokic just doing everything. He's rebounding, he's assists, and he scored. He showed you can score 35 when he wanted to.
Right.
So yeah.
I think Jokic led the team in all three categories: scoring, assists, and rebound.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
That's your MVP.
Yeah, really.
What else do you want?
And I mean, when Embiid won it last year, they weren't leading the conference. Nothing.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Their team wasn't leading the conference, so
right.
Like throw that in there now, get out the criteria to be the MVP.
Right. And then the funny thing about it, it's not like the Thunder led the conference by a lot, right?
Right.
They were going back and forth with the Nuggets. It was kind of like, hey, the Nuggets, and then I guess, whether or not you prioritize winning the conference is a big deal, but they ended with the same record. The Thunder were 57-25, and the Nuggets ended 57-25. But I mean, however, the Thunder had the tiebreaker, I'm not exactly sure, but they did, and they won the conference. But that's not a criteria in my books that says that your MVP has to win the conference.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I mean, it shouldn't have been that much. The thing is it just seemed a little bit haterish for him to even say that, to even mention.
Right.
I guess he was trying to show that, he gonna say the same thing whether he's standing there or not. I ain't gonna change my stance because he's sitting right here, that type of thing.
Right.
But that's a little bit haterish. I mean,
yeah, but that's.
Yeah, I mean, you could have just said that on the show, but you ain't had to say it to his face. You ain't to say,
right.
I picked SGA to win it, but you had a great season.
Right.
Yeah, you did. They had to throw
that. You had to throw shade at the man like this. Like, come on, Shaq.
It really was gratuitous.
Yeah, it was truly unnecessary, Shaq. Yeah, but I get it. But it was funny. It provided some entertainment with the whole Shannon Sharp and Shaq going at it. I like both of those guys. I watch both of their shows. Particularly Shannon Sharp's YouTube show where he kind of really talked about it. And he gave a lot of respect to Shaq, but he was like, look, man, I had a great career too. And I can, I can make an assessment of this too. So, but that was too funny. The other thing that came out of the basketball world is Bronny James measurables came out from the NBA draft combine. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw it. It's just, I mean, it's LeBron James' son, so he's gonna get some pub on it.
Yeah, but I was amazed that he's shorter than they said he is. I mean, than the height that they've been advertising him at. They've been saying he's 6'3".
Really? I mean, you can look at him and tell he's not 6'3".
Right.
With the time he does play, he don't play that often, but when he does play, you can kind of look at him and tell he's not 6'3".
But when you're 6'1" in the NBA, you got to have some serious ball handling skills, and I didn't see that from him.
No, that's why he didn't have that much playing time.
Right.
Playing full time, he wasn't starting, so so somebody's gonna reach on him, of course. Somebody's gonna reach on the club, but you're really not helping your team.
You're really not, because I don't see where this guy fits in.
Especially if somebody try to reach on him in the lottery, which
that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
I better not see that, man.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve to be in the NBA, but to be drafted or to be a high draft pick, I think that's unfair to the other players who worked really hard and had amazing seasons.
It is.
To be drafted high.
At its finest,
exactly.
They're bringing him in just because of his name. But, I mean, there's Scottie Pippen's son there. There's a lot of former NBA players' sons in the league. They ain't get them that kind of,
Right, exactly. Like a lot of them dudes had to go to the G League and work their ways into the league.
Exactly. So, where was Scottie Pippen Jr.?
I think he went to the G League. He started out in the G League, and then he came to the NBA, and just as well as Seth Curry. Stephen Curry's brother, he had to go to the G League.
Yep.
He had to earn his way into the
I'm not
NBA.
sure, but maybe what's his name? KJ from what you call it from Houston. What's his name?
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about Kenyon Martin's son.
Kenyon Martin, yeah, Kenyon
Martin Jr.
Yeah. I think he was down there too at one point.
He could have been. I think he got cut by the Rockets. I'm not sure where he is now, but he started out with the Rockets.
Yeah, he started out with the Rockets.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and it doesn't have great measurables. Like, you know, considering that he didn't play much, maybe, you know, he could be like, you know, Wiggins or one of those guys that didn't have great college careers, but have awesome measurables, you know, 6'6", 6'7", wing that could do it all type of, no, let's do 6'1".
Yeah, you know, and you know, there's they were trying to hype up his 40 and a half.
Right, I saw that.
Jumping, you know. And I was like, yeah, okay. I mean, are you going to jump into the hoop with the ball? Is that what you're going to do? You're going to jump all the way in the hoop with the ball. Is that what you're going to do? Okay.
Right. I thought it was the all-in-one that kind of snicker at that when I saw it. I was like, really? That's what we talking about? He was in the top 10.
Yeah, you know, he's a top 6 jumper. Oh, look, he's jumping top 6.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they said when he did his skill challenge, you know, he was, you know, making all his shots. You know, I was like, okay, there's no defense. He's just shooting. It's not like somebody in his face. Like, come on, y'all.
All right. You know, I already see now when LeBron becomes a GM or owner of a team, he's gonna be a bad one. He's gonna be the MJ of owners.
Well, you already seen what he's been trying to do. Oh, we need Westbrook.
Right, you know? Right. I see how he GM him. It's not gonna be good. He's gonna be like MJ was when he was with the Wizards. Going for Kwame Brown and all these guys, you know.
And then talk bad about him.
Yeah, they talk bad about him.
How you gonna bring Darvin Ham in and then he over there trying to draw up a play?
And right.
He just walked straight away, man, like in the middle of him drawing the play up. I'm like, disrespectful, yo. He's sitting there, you know, Darvin Ham got his head down on the little chalkboard. You know, he looked like he trying to draw up something like big, like I got a good play. LeBron just take off, walk away, right in the middle of that joint. I like, dog. If you're not listening to him, the rest of the team ain't gonna listen to him.
Right.
And I don't know if you saw that clip where where
what you call the timeout?
Well, Darvin Ham is supposed to be drawing up a play, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the commentator said, man, Darvin Ham didn't even checked out. Look at this. He ain't write one thing on that chalkboard because you actually see the chalkboard, you actually see the board, the clipboard. And he's like, look at him. He ain't wrote not one thing. He ain't draw one symbol. He ain't draw a line, a circle.
I saw
Ham, draw something. Oh, man, that show was so funny. And he said that he looking at the thing, he moving around, but he not drawing a thing, yo.
Yeah, coaching. He had no idea what he wanted to do. I saw that. He kept looking at the board. He'll write something. He'll erase it.
The team was standing around. You know, they was waiting for him to kind of say something like, okay, what's the play, coach? And he just moving his hand around on the paper, but it's nothing being drawn. Like what are you doing?
He cracked under the pressure, man. He cracked under the pressure. You got a player like LeBron on your team that undermines you. I thought the best coach was Ty Lue because Ty Lue handled LeBron well in Cleveland.
Yes, he ain't take the shit from LeBron like
he did not. And I think there was one instance he told LeBron to shut the hell up, and let me coach the team.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, that's how you put him in his place.
Yeah, really though.
Yeah,
you coach, dog. Play like a coach.
Yeah, you the coach, man. I mean, so what? He left.
Yeah,
but that's fine.
Guaranteed. They ain't gonna cut it off for you yelling at LeBron.
Yeah, you gonna get another job somewhere else, like Ty Lue did. He got a job with the Clippers, so it all worked out. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not convinced about Bronny James. I wish him the best. Hope this all works out for him. Hope it all works out where he plays with a dad. That'll be a great moment.
Yeah, and I hope he improve his skills, you know, to the point where he is a serviceable player in the NBA. You know, maybe but just right now I just don't see it. Not from what I saw. You know, he just don't have it from what I saw.
I think there's a better chance of the youngest son. The younger son,
Yeah,
LeBron?
yeah. Well, that's what people say. People have been saying. I haven't seen him play, but he's a bit taller.
He's a
He does,
lot taller.
and people are saying he's actually more skilled too.
Yes.
They've been saying that for like a couple years now.
Yeah, I saw a few clips of him, but the height difference, right? And he's gonna have a body because he got the genes, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have a man body, right?
Yep.
But at 6'7", 6'8", with a man's body, he's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
ready for the NBA. So
He's pretty athletic too.
yeah, and he's pretty athletic. So I think his chances are a lot better in the NBA. But we'll see once he gets into college.
Right.
Right now, I
I
think he's
mean,
still in high school.
he might not even be stopped. Finish growing.
It might not, might pass up dad. Dad's
Yeah,
6'9", so
yeah,
you never
yeah.
know. I mean, he's still a young man, still got time to grow. So, but I mean,
Mhm.
he's already passed up Bronny James. I think Bronny James is stuck at 6'1". That's it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think he's going no more. It don't seem like it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it, but yep. But we'll see. We'll see.
Whatever happened to LeBron, the Bronny James heart condition, man?
Um, apparently he's been cleared. He's been cleared by the NBA. I mean, I don't know. I know he had the heart condition. He's gotten treatment. He missed an entire season.
Yep.
He went back to USC and he played. So apparently it's fine. I don't know. He played last season.
Wow. I mean, a 17-year-old having heart condition is usually not fine, yo.
No, right?
A
I don't.
17-year-old athlete?
Yeah. How does that improve? I've never heard that.
I mean, quiet as kept has actually been happening a lot. To
Yeah.
be honest.
Well, it happened to Shaq's son.
Shaq's son here. Well, he had it. Yeah, he had an actual condition though.
Right.
There was something like so. He actually had a condition he had to have surgery for.
Right. Right.
But Bronny did not. He just had I don't know. I don't say cardiac arrest, but that's kind of how they described it at first when he went down.
Did they describe it because they didn't say anything, and I think the James family was keeping real quiet and pretty private about what happened. So
Initially, they described it as a cardiac arrest.
mm,
You know what I'm saying?
okay,
So I mean, it's a lot of things that could fall under that umbrella for
right,
exactly what it is, and they never came back and said exactly, what the doctor diagnosis was.
right.
But yeah, yeah, that's amazing. That just kind of went away,
You're right. Yeah,
and he collapsed on the court. You know what I'm saying? This was
right.
like during
During
play.
practice, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, not like playing in the full game, but yeah, practicing on the court. While he's moving around.
I guess hey man, how LeBron is, man. He's willing to make all the sacrifices.
No, of course. And he got the money to do it.
He gonna have his son out there on the court with him playing in the NBA. Hell or
Gonna,
high water, he gonna make it happen.
throw me the hoop, son. Throw me
Yeah.
the hoop.
I mean, I guess that's never happened in the NBA, right? Father son
I've never
playing
seen
together,
of course, brothers been out there, but never
right?
fathers. I can't ever remember a father son duo
Yeah,
playing on the same team.
I know it
So
happened. It happened in baseball, right? Didn't Ken Griffey Jr. play with his dad? They played on the
Yes.
same team. I think it has
Yes.
happened in baseball, but it's
Uh-huh.
never happened in the NBA.
It never have happened in the NBA. Never
Yeah,
happened in the NBA. Father son.
yeah. So
Mhm.
LeBron is hell bent on making that happen.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he going Mr. Attention,
You're
he's
right.
gonna have he gotta put that out there just to it's no real thing in playing with your son on the court. I mean, it's nothing just I just want to play in the NBA. I mean, you go in the backyard and play with your son.
Right.
You know, NBA, like and mess up the game and shit. But they
Right.
gonna have a high five and get a trophy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but to me, and this what frustrated me with Jordan when he came back and played for the Wizards. Don't mess up your legacy, man.
That was stupid. That was so dumb.
Yeah,
He just
dude.
got that itch. Saw the people playing like, I think I could beat these months.
Yeah,
They really weren't that good. So
yeah.
he was like, oh yeah, I could probably beat these people right
And
here.
he could. And that's the thing about it. He could, but he
Yeah.
couldn't do it over 82 games.
Nah. Hey, don't get me wrong. If you're 40 years old, you're averaging 20 points. I gotta give you some credit,
That's
especially with this young NBA. You know,
no,
um,
no,
I
he
give
was still impressive.
yeah,
It just that some games he was worn out.
yeah,
You
of
know,
course.
82 games, 40 years old.
Yep,
And the
yep,
body just don't respond the same anymore.
yep. Damn sure he had those ups.
No, didn't have the ups boy. I mean, Tracy
When he hit the
McGrady.
dunk, that joke was so it was
Yeah.
so like un-Jordanish, man. Like
No,
seeing
but
him try
I'm talking about when Tracy McGrady blocked his shot like twice in a row. It just he was towering over him. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
Tracy McGrady gave him the business. And I was like, yeah, Jordan, come on, man, just hang it up, man. I don't want to remember you in a Wizards uniform.
I mean, look, the only thing I say it did pack the stadium. I
I
mean,
know I was there.
I went to a Jordan game,
Yeah, I
probably
was there
been
for the
nice,
last one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
uh,
I
I
went to a Jordan game, so
I can say I saw Michael Jordan play live once in
right,
his
right,
life.
right, right.
And that was my main thing because I couldn't I didn't I mean I lived in Louisiana, I lived in New Orleans, so
Uh-huh.
I couldn't see a Bulls game. We didn't have a team down there, so I couldn't see him play anybody. Or the closest place I could go to was probably Houston to see him play against the Rockets, but that didn't happen often. It was in two different conferences. So,
Mhm.
this was my only opportunity to see Jordan play live, and I did when he was with the Wizards. I think the Wizards won that game. It was the last game of the season. I think they won, but it was pretty nice to see him play. I took some pictures too, man. It was a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we knew he wasn't gonna win nothing, but just seeing, hey, let's just see if he got anything left.
yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah,
definitely entertaining just seeing,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It completed the nostalgia for me.
Right,
Being
right.
a Bulls fan, being a Jordan fan. Really, I wasn't a Bulls fan. I was a Jordan fan. You
Yeah,
know.
I wasn't either. I wasn't a Jordan fan. I was always Magic. Magic was my
Oh,
man.
really? Magic was your guy?
Yeah, Magic was my man, yo.
Oh, no, no, no. Me, because I think with a lot of people, especially me, you know, uh, watching him struggle early on, and hearing, I can remember going to the barbershops and, the old dudes in the barbershops talking, well, one, they used to say Dr. J was better than Michael Jordan. I said, y'all crazy.
Mhm.
And, and then people would say that he was never going to win a championship because he's a ball hog.
Yeah,
Ball hog. I mean,
too much. He's shooting 25, 30 times a game. He can't win
right.
like that.
Right. That was the criticism. A lot of people forget that.
Right.
Michael Jordan was heavily criticized early on in his career because
Mhm.
he couldn't get to the big game. See,
Yeah,
everybody know, oh, all he did was win championships.
right,
Not early on in his career. In the 80s, he did not win. He
right.
struggled. He got beat down in the playoffs.
It was like his first 9 seasons, he didn't win. I mean, it was like,
First 6 or 7 seasons. I think what he was drafted in 85, 85, 84, somewhere in that range. And he
mhm.
didn't win a championship till 91.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, but he was winning scoring championships though. I mean, you can see he obviously could score and
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
He
Yeah. He
was
could play.
he was putting up stats. It's just he wasn't winning. The team wasn't winning. But I
Exactly.
think that was part because Chicago was terrible when he got there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they were terrible. So it took time for the team to get better. I mean,
Right.
he couldn't do it by himself. We need some players with him.
Oh, and they had to find the right coach because
All by himself. And the right coach.
They fired two
Yes,
coaches when he was there
exactly.
too.
Exactly. And the
Yeah.
right coach. So,
And-
it wasn't all just him. Like,
yeah. They got the right coach. Scottie Pippen came and turned out to be a great player. So,
yep.
it kind of all came together. But that was the level of respect that people grown to have for him, was that you saw the process. You saw a
Right.
guy that with all his talent and skill that everybody was hungry to see do well, reach that pinnacle. Like you didn't
Yeah.
see that with like guys like Charles Barkley. You didn't see that with Karl Malone. They didn't get there. Mainly because
Mhm.
Jordan screwed them over. But hey, Jordan, that's the part people forget, but that's the thing that made you fall in love with him, was the fact
Yeah.
that he fought through the Pistons, he fought through
Yep.
the Celtics, and he
Yep.
got there. It was mainly the
Yeah.
Pistons that was kicking his ass.
Yep. I mean, it was all of them. I think he lost the Bird. He lost the Magic once, and yeah, and then the Pistons. Yeah,
Yeah, well, he didn't lose the Magic. He beat Magic in the
didn't lose the
championship.
Magic.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Not-
okay.
I mean, only way we were gonna play Magic in the playoffs was in the championship game. But
No,
yeah,
I mean, well, oh yeah, okay, right.
yeah.
I'm
But
just, did they play there?
they played in the championship in '91. That was his first championship against the Lakers with Vlade
Right,
Divac.
against the Lakers. That's
Yeah.
right, against the Lakers. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
against the Lakers before Magic announced he had HIV
Right.
following season.
Right.
But I mean, I always laugh because Jordan never got a game against Bird in the playoffs. He got swept by the Celtics twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, man. Good stuff. You know, we'll see how it all shapes out.
It would have been interesting to see how he would have been, top Jordan against top Bird now. The top teams versus top team. It was at the pinnacle of there.
Right.
Because he was still rising up, you know what I'm saying, at that time.
Right, because it seems like in the early '90s, Bird and Magic careers were done.
Yeah, they were on their way out, and Jordan was on the way up, and Jordan was the highlight film,
right?
And Bird and Magic the fundamentals,
right. But I mean, a lot of credit goes to Bird and Magic because Bird and Magic built the league into what it is. I mean, I know a lot of people give Jordan credit. Jordan took it to the stratosphere, but it was Magic and Bird that really got the NBA going because the championship game was on the NBA Finals was on tape delay. Really didn't watch the NBA Finals until Magic and Bird came along.
Yeah, for a little while, it was going to be one of those teams. It was going to be
right. It was going to be the Lakers or the Celtics.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I still remember the Sega Genesis game, Lakers versus Celtics.
Yep, Lakers versus Celtics. Yep. Lakers versus Celtics. Hold up, man.
Oh, what? Oh, man, they had everybody's signature move. Come on, man. Fantastic.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Holla.